Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day and thanks for attending this event. So welcome to our webinar on the CFW900's innovations connecting it to the future of the industry. My name is Altair and I am a sales engineer at the International Sales Department of WEG Automation, and I am today's webinar host. My colleague, Diogo Xavier Schmidt, will be presenting the webinar. He's a sales engineer with more than 13 years of experience in low voltage drives. Before we start, I have some information about the webinar. First, to make sure the sound quality is good, all microphones are going to be muted, but don't worry. Should you have any question, you can write it in the question and answers chat in this stream platform where our team is going to answer it. The webinar will be recorded, meaning you can watch later or send to someone else. To do so, just go to WEG's LinkedIn page and then click on events or visit our YouTube channel. There you'll find these past and future webinars from automation or any other business unit of WEG. Please follow WEG's page on LinkedIn. We share updates about WEG, product solutions, and other webinars there. Last but not least, I will be presenting the next webinar on applications of motors driven by VSTs with long cables between them and how to mitigate its effects to the insulation system of the motor. This webinar will happen next month. I'm waiting for you. Without further delay, Diogo, take it away.
Hello, everyone. Thank you once again for joining this new webinar. This new webinar will talk about the CFW900 and especially about the nice innovations we designed for this new product. If you are not aware, the CFW900 is a product released by WEG now in 2022. It's a complete new platform with several nice functionalities that we will speak more deeper during this webinar. So once again, my name is Diogo Schmidt, and we will share now my screen and we'll talk about these new nice functionalities. So the CFW900 innovations, connecting it to the future of the industry. This is something that probably you heard a lot during this year because the CFW900 has several nice functionalities that are linked with the nice trends from industrial segment and that will make a solution with high efficiency connected and with all the safety functions necessary to install in the industrial environments. So connectivity, safety, and efficiency are the words linked with the CFW900, but of course there are several other functionalities very interesting that we will talk today. So this is a quick agenda about the main topics we will discuss that includes efficiency and performance, including the advanced energy saving functionalities, the intelligent thermal management that includes as well the dual zone rating, safety functionalities, flexibility with the graphic interface, connectivity, including as well the WEG softwares used to connect the CFW900 with different devices. So those are the main topics where we'll discuss as well, and we'll talk more about different features. Features that was developed exclusively to use with the CFW900. That includes high improvements in the hardware and high improvements in the CFW900 software, making the product flexible, intelligent, and connected with the trends from industrial segments. Let me start with the efficiency and performance. Concerning the efficiency, the CFW900 was designed with the most modern IGBTs and electronic devices that makes possible to reach a higher efficiency level for the variable speed drives and also a great control of the motors, making this solution or the complete system more efficient. Talking about the variable speed drive, the CFW900 complies with the IE2 efficiency class that is defined according to the Eco Design ratings or the I661-800-9. And this standard defines the maximum losses or the different losses levels applied for this kind of electronic component. The CFW900 and of course its components and complete design, follows the maximum efficiency level defined by the standard, and in some cases exceeds the IE2 level. It means that it is possible to reach a possible IE3 level that will be released by the standard in the future. And additionally, then, a very nice design, we focus on the efficiency. The CFW900 are releasing as well an advanced energy saving function. This functionality controls the motor in a most efficiency way that reducing the motor losses in different operation points. It means it is applied for different loads that includes advantages in applications with both variable or constant torque applications. So variable torque applications like fans, like pumps, are covered by this advanced saving function, advanced energy saving function, and also constant torque applications like compressors, like extruders, are also linked with this functionality that improves the motor efficiency. Remembering that if you are aware about WEG functionalities, we already have with different variable speed drives a functionality called optimal flux. This optimal flux improves the motor efficiency, especially with applications with constant torque. For example, compressors and extruders. Now, this optimal flux is also integrated in this advanced energy saving function that combines the nice algorithm to control both variables and constant torque applications. But how works this advanced energy saving function? The CFW900 has a complete new algorithm that are always looking for the minimum current level necessary to control a motor, following, of course, the load demanded by the application. These optimized algorithms are always looking for the lowest current level. It means trying to control the motor with the highest power factor level, making possible to fit this motor with an active current. It means reducing as much as possible the reactive currents that's necessary to magnetize the motor, looking for this best efficiency in the motor. This functionality is available with different motor control methods. That includes the simple scalar control, but also including the VVW, that is also called as voltage vector WEG. This is an exclusive a motor control method developed by WEG with the support of WEG Motors team, and also the vector control method. This one designed for more precise speed and torque control. We can see here some graphics where we can show how the efficiency or the different efficiency levels or savings we have with the motor current. For example, here we can see the points that we measured with different WEG motors, and we saw several improvements or several reductions in the motor current. For example, with this point here, number 7, this one is a simulation of 100% speed and 50% torque, where we have in this specific point 1% motor current reduction. Why 1%? This is the already optimized point for motor operation, and motor is already very optimized to run in this condition. But we can see higher reductions when we are applying the variable speed drives with lower speed. For example, we can see here with 10% speed and 100% torque, a current reduction about 23%. This is a huge current reduction that, of course, will improve a lot the motor efficiency. This control or this method that will reduce the motor current is based on a motor flux control. The variable speed drive will reduce or increase the motor voltage or the output voltage from the variable speed drive, always looking for this highest efficiency point. Of course, with this control, it's also necessary to have a special care with application that has a high or a very fast load oscillations. For example, it's with crushers that has a load oscillations during the cycle. And looking for a best control of this kind of application, the same advanced energy saving function has a quick recovery. That means that variable speed drive will fast change the motor flux or the output voltage looking for the new load conditions. It means that drive will recognize the load and will act very fast to control the motor and application properly. Linked with the optimal flux functionality available with other variable speed drives, this advanced energy saving function also allows to control the high efficiency motors without forced ventilations, including as well the applications with constant torque. As you know, if you are familiar with this kind of application, some motors that operate with high torque and low speed needs a forced ventilation to remove the losses from the motor or to reduce the motor temperature. Considering that variable speed drive with this advantage energy saving function already reduce a lot the losses of the motors, there is a possibility to operate this motor without forced ventilation. But how can we measure efficiency? Because we have, of course, different conditions with different torque and different speed variations. And just to have an idea about how can we save energy here, I'm having here an example using a 75 kilowatts motor. Using the 0.38, that means we are having a 10% current reduction in this application. We can save about 1,035 watts with this 75 kilowatts motor. It is a huge energy saving. It's a huge improvement in the motor efficiency. And just to have an idea, this energy saving is equivalent of comparing an i2 motor with i3 motor or an i3 motor with i4 motor efficiency level. It means that with a variable speed drive using this advanced energy saving functions, it is possible to improve even more the motor efficiency. And if you have, for example, an i3 motor, this motor will operate with losses equivalent of i4 motor, just to have an idea about the savings. And Diogo, how can we measure efficiency? What is the best method to measure the variable speed drives and the motor efficiency? Of course, there are different ways to calculate it, some easy ones, some that are more complicated to calculate. And WEG, looking for an easy way to our customers, to our users, to simulate the different conditions, released a nice app. It is called app WEG Eco Drive, that simulates not only the variable speed drive efficiency, but also the efficiency for the complete solution. That includes variable speed drive and motor. You can download this WEG app in the App Store. We can also find this one for free in the Google Play. And you can select different WEG variable speed drive, not only the CFW900, but other variable speed drives too. And you can select different WEG motors on it and simulate the efficiency level according to your application. It means you can set different load levels, different speed, different torque behavior, and simulating the complete result that, of course, you can download and use in the to calculate the efficiency for the complete industrial process or the machine process. Switching to another topic, the performance. CFW900 includes very nice improvements to control different motors and to improve the speed and torque control. The new algorithms and self-tuning functionalities allow to use the CFW900 with the more demanding loads. And what means more demanding loads? It means loads that needs a very precise speed and torque control, and especially application that has a very high load variation. It means the load that will change during the operation cycle. This new algorithm is applicable for both induction motor and PN motor, the synchronous permanent magnet motor, okay, and in different control methods that include scalar, VVW, the so-called vector control, and the VVWPM, which is the control method used for WEG PN motors. One very nice improvement included in the CFW900 is the pre-magnetization functionality. This one available with scalar and VVW control methods. This kind of control method is not so precise in terms of motor control, and we can see here in the left side one interesting behavior that we simulated here in our laboratory. This is a simulation with a very heavy machine that needs a very fast acceleration time. It means the variable speed drive will try to accelerate this motor as fast as possible. And what happened? When the drive tries to accelerate this motor, of course, the frequency, the motor voltage will increase, but the current will very fast reach the current limitation of the variable speed drive. Of course, the variable speed drive has a limit due to the electronic components, and this limit intends to protect the components and the variable speed drive itself. And so when reaching this limit, the drive lose the motor control. So the speed was increasing, and after that, the speed will stay stable during a few seconds. And if the motor current does not reduce, the drive will have failure. So the drive, to protect itself and to protect the motor, will switch off this motor to protect the complete system. This starting condition is, of course, not an ideal one, and WEG released this pre-magnetization method to magnetize the motor and have a higher torque, a higher starting torque when we are controlling this motor. And so another simulation using the same load and the same starting time, but now with pre-magnetization functionality active, we can see a complete different behavior. We can see that motor successfully increased the speed, voltage, and frequency. It means reaching the nominal speed in a required time and without reaching the current limitation. This is due to the pre-magnetization current that already applies this current when we are starting the motor. Other nice improvement with the CFW900 is a functionality that makes possible to control the motor with very long cables. If you are aware about variable speed drives and motor application, it is necessary to take care of motor cable length due to the high voltage peak that are generated in the cables and apply it to the motors. This high voltage peak may cause motor damage. Okay, it may generate some damage in the motor insulations. And to avoid this kind of damage, if you have a very long motor cable, the recommendation or the usual recommendation is to install an output filter in the variable speed drive. It means to install a reactor very close to the variable speed drive that will reduce the voltage peaks we can see here in the graph. For example, this first graph, we can see very high voltage peaks here in the top that are higher levels than the limit you can see in the blue line. Usually, a variable speed drive that does not have a functionality to reduce the voltage peaks are able to control a motor with maximum 100 meters. More than 100 meters, there is a high risk to reduce the motor lifetime. But the CFW900 has now a different PWM control method. It means a modulation that control the output voltage that reduces a lot the voltage peaks applied to the motors. We can see here in the second graphic that with this modulation active, the voltage peaks does not reach the limits that are defined by the motor, and so the drive is capable to operate the same motor with the same voltage with maximum 200 meters. Okay. In these conditions, there are several benefits with using the functionality. One of them is the obvious one. It is not necessary to use an output filter. And without the output filter, we have a compact solution installed in the cabinet because no more space in the cabinet is necessary to install the filter. Of course, cost reductions, not only with the filter itself, but also with additional devices like fans that are required to remove the losses of this filter. A higher system efficiency is reached without this harmonic filter or this output filter, because as any component, any electronic component or any devices, a filter includes voltage drop in the cables, including as well additional losses on it. And so with one functionality, we can reduce the costs and increase as well the efficiency of the system. And of course, motor lifetime. Considering that this modulation applies, I would say, a soft switching to the motor, this one will increase the motor lifetime. Let me start now with another nice innovation that we are releasing with the CFW900 called Intelligent Thermal Management. Guys, I love this one. This one is very interesting and based on a lot of research from our team looking for a best sizing and best and optimized way to select the variable speed drive and to apply it in the industrial environment. One thing we need to take care in industrial application is temperature. Temperature is very important to size the electronic components, to design a variable speed drive, and of course, to find a best efficiency point. And temperature, I'm not talking about only ambient temperature that it's always not so easy to measure because ambient temperature changes a lot during the day, during the night, and of course during the year seasons, but also including some problems that we may have in the cabinets or where the variable speed drives are installed. That includes, for example, problems with the ventilation system, and also including the high temperature that may come from other devices installed in the same cabinet. How CFW900 control it? How the intelligent thermal management will do it, okay? This is based on an automatic IGBT switching frequency, okay, that CFW900 will control to adapt the drive's behavior according to the temperature and load conditions. Let me show you here how the CFW900 will do it, okay? We can see here a simulation we did in our laboratory using a WEG motors. We can see here in the bottom part, the output current of variable speed drive and motor, in this case, 146 amps. The green graphic, the green curve is the NTC temperature. It means it's a temperature measured by the CFW900 in the output IGBTs. And the blue and the purple lines are the temperature in the IGBT core or junction temperature. It means the temperature inside the variable speed drive in the most critical part of it. In this first simulation, we can see the drive is running with constant output current. It means constant power, and temperature are increasing with the time. When temperature increase a limit or reach a limit, for example, 108 degrees, the thermal management are activated and will start to control the IGBT switching frequency, we can see here in the top of this graphic that switching frequency will reduce from standard 4 kilohertz, reaching the minimum 3.6 kilohertz automatically. Okay, it is very common to find this kind of behavior in application that has a high temperature caused, for example, during the summer season, or causing during a hot hour, a warm period of the day, or some other reasons. For example, if the cabinet does not have a proper ventilation, or if the air filter installed in the cabinet are dusty or clogged filters. And so we understand that temperature will increase slowly, and a slow time control is required. And drive will do it automatically, and more important, without any alarm and without any failure. It means that motor will keep running in the same power with the same reference speed. There is another behavior that also will be covered by the CFW900, that is a fast behavior from machine. What means an overload. If the machine requires an overload, for example, we can see here a 10% overload during 1 minute, this extra power or this extra output current will generate as well additional losses in the IGBTs. And variable speed drive will recognize the new behavior from the motor and will reduce even more the switching frequency. We can see here the switching frequency reducing to 2.6 kilohertz. In this way, the drive will protect itself concerning high temperature, and the drive will allow, once again, the motor operates with this overload without stop, without any warning, alarm, or failure. And what are the benefits of this intelligent thermal management? Considering that variable speed drive was designed for operation with 40 degrees C, there is no need to oversize the variable speed drive if the application will eventually operate with higher temperature. For example, with the CFW900 frames A to D, it's possible to operate with the same power, the same current level, up to 50 degrees C without any derating. And frame size E, the same behavior is allowed with 45 degrees C. It allows optimize the selection of the variable speed drive. That means cost reduction and also drive running in a best efficiency point. Additionally, considering that drive will control itself when high temperature happen, it will reduce a lot the downtime in the machine, in the manufacturing process. It means the motor will not stop, and the motor will keep running without alarm and without failure. And of course, high temperature happens when we are not expecting, especially when the maintenance team are in holidays. So we can imagine that a machine have failure if there is no maintenance team available to make proper evaluations, and the drive will control itself without any downtime in the process. Increasing the drive lifetime is also very important, because as the IGBTs will control its temperature and will not reach the higher temperature in the IGBT core, it increases a lot the electronic components lifetime. And of course, considering that drive was sized to operate in a best temperature condition, this increases as well the system efficiency. Switching to another nice improvement, the CFW900 includes a dual temperature rating. This is applied especially for flange mounting. The flange mounting is when we are installing the variable speed drive with the heat sink outside the cabinet, and the front part of the variable speed drive, where are included the control boards and other devices, are installed inside the cabinet with proper protection. And before we talk about the dual temperature rating, it's important to remember that most part of the losses from the variable speed drive are located in the heat sink. It means IGBTs, rectifier bridges that generate higher losses are dissipating these losses in the heat sink. It means about 80% of the losses. 20% of the losses linked with other components will be in the front part of the drive. And the CFW900, based on this condition, define two different temperature levels for flange mounting, including the outside part, the heatsink, and the front part installed in the cabinet. We can see here that heatsink is capable to operate with maximum 50 degrees C, considering in this case the frame size A, for example. And in the same frame size, the front part of the cabinet can be installed up to 60 degrees C. What means? Externally, the drive will use the fresh air available outside the cabinet, and the internal part of the cabinet that are sharing the same hot condition with another devices may have a different design. It means a cabinet without ventilation or with reduced ventilation. Once again, this is a nice feature available with the CFW900 to size the variable speed drive properly, avoiding drive oversizing. And again, with possibility to have compact cabinet because losses are lower with lower level inside the cabinet, making possible to reduce the ventilation. Reducing, of course, the cost, not only with the ventilation itself, but also with the energy using to feed these fans. It means in the end, this kind of design will improve as well the system efficiency. This is another functionality that's linked with the drive reliability and linked with the efficiency for the variable speed drive and motor. Next topic is about safety. And safety is something that is available as a standard in the CFW900. STO functionality and SS1 functionality are safety features available with different variable speed drive from WEG. And in the CFW900, it's available as a standard. STO, it means that when an emergency stop is required, the drive will remove the torque from the motor, releasing the motor to stop as close to stop. Okay. Another one is the SS1. The SS1 will force a kind of braking in the motor that will force a motor stop to apply the safe torque off after that. These two functionalities available as standard also complies with the higher safety levels defined by safety standard. That means the safety integrity level 3 or the performance level E, the PLE. Okay, these conditions allow you to use the CFW900 with the most complex machines, with the most complex process, and allowing to use also without safety relays or external safety relays, because the terminals, the safety terminals available in the CFW900 are self-monitored. It means that drive is also checking if the wirings, if the actuators, the safety actuators installed in the system are running well, are running as expected. STO, or safe torque off, is a functionality available with several variable speed drives from WEG. SS1 is a very nice that can be applied with very different applications and the most demanding applications. And again, this is the unique variable speed drive from WEG, including this functionality as a standard. Next topic is about flexibility. And CFW900 is one of the most flexible variable speed drive designed by WEG due to the several reasons. One of that is about the different plug-in modules available to install with the CFW900. That includes the module with expansion IOs, the input and output terminals, encoder feedback, communication protocols, and other ones. One nice thing designed with this drive is the possibility to install 4 accessories, as we can see here in this picture, or even 7 accessories installed in the same drive. And one thing, there is no fixed position for each module. It's possible to install the I/O expansion or the communication board in different slots, and even with more than one module in the same variable speed drive, making possible to comply with several combinations and to add several functionalities in the same variable speed drive. There is another slot dedicated for a micro SD card. This one expands the CFW900 memory size, making possible to store machine variables and making possible as well to copy and paste parameter setting from one drive to another one, or even to make any kind of firmware upgrade. Talking about the graphic interface, this is a new HMI available from WEG that includes the well-known USB port, but other things like Bluetooth connectivity that makes possible to connect to your mobile phone, and including as well other functions like the help button. The help button will allow you to see deep information about WEG parameter setting, not necessary to use any additional user manual or programming manual. The HMI will show you deep information about the parameter setting and the parameter groups. This HMI allows as well to show up to 9 variants, 9 parameter settings in one screen, or also show the parameters in graphs. It means it's possible to see motor speed, motor voltage, motor current, or even a process variable in graphics with curves that will make easier to understand the machine behavior. The new HMI also organize the parameters in easy menus and submenus that will make easier also to set all the parameters required for the different applications. We can see here, for example, a group dedicated for drive status, another one for diagnostic to check alarms, to check failures, and other ones for configuration purpose. Another topic is related to connectivity. And when we are talking about connectivity, the first thing we can see in the industrial applications are the usual communication protocols. And so CFW900 is designed to comply with several communication protocols, and to comply with this industrial demand, it includes as built-in the Ethernet dual port, the RS485 port as well that allows Modbus communication, Modbus RTU, and the USB port as well to connect with a computer. One very nice thing available with the CFW900 is the MQTT communication protocol. This is a device-to-cloud communication protocol that makes possible to upload the drives and application information in a cloud, sharing this one with different users, and sharing as well with the OEM manufacturer, with the different people that needs to have the information not only from the drive but for the complete process. And WEG has a software or has a solution called the WEG Motion Fleet Management that also control this information and makes all the information about the drives available in a cloud to our users. Another nice improvement with the CFW900 is the Bluetooth communication that allows the operation with the WPS, that is a WEG software used to control the variable speed drive and to make the parameter setting. Let me talk more about this one. Talking about the WPS. WPS is a software for computers that is possible to connect the variable speed drive by using the USB port or using, for example, other communication protocols like Ethernet that make possible to make advanced PLC programs quick diagnostic or simply copy one parameter from the computer to the variable speed drive, and also making easier the online programming. If you have an application that needs a fine tuning of variable speed drive with the motor or fine tuning with the process, it's easier to make this programming using a computer where you can see and set the variable speed drive programming in an easy way and making real-time simulations. This software, as any other software from WEG, is available for free in the WEG website. You can go there and check the WPS in a lasted version available. The WPS includes as well nice ways to control and to set the CFW900 programming. That's called friendly wizards. The wizards using the computer, you can see different behaviors from the variable speed drive, and we can understand in a very easy way different blocks that will be used to set the CFW900. Another one is the WPS Mobile. Once again, WEG is releasing a nice mobile app you can find in the App Store or in the Google Play that will be connected with the CFW900 by Bluetooth and use it to set parameters, to set or to check the variables from the variable speed drive like the motor, current, voltage, and so on in a customized layout. It means you can see the results by numbers, by different graphics, or by different bars and monitoring methods. This WPS Mobile allows as well the parameter backup and the comparison of different parameters, especially if you are using a variable speed drive for different applications, making possible also to trace the trends and graphics on it. So CFW900 is now a new solution that makes possible to include several functionalities in a standard variable speed drive version. It means no special version of the CFW900 is required to comply with your application. It is in a single version, a system drive that complies with the most demanding applications in the industrial environment, including as well RFI filter required for several markets and for several applications, safety functionalities required even more with European and other countries too. DC-link choke. I didn't spoke about DC-link choke, but this one reduces a lot the harmonics in the line sign generated by variable speed drive. And of course, Ethernet and Modbus RTU available in the standard product. Additionally, with Bluetooth communication, as we spoke, that will make possible to use in a friendly way the mobile app to control and monitoring variable speed drive. So it is an IoT-ready drive connected with the future of the industry that will make easier the installation and compliance with different requirements. So a lot of advantages available with the CFW900 that allow you to use very easily, safely, with intelligent thermal management control, connected with the cloud using the MQTT protocol. Very efficient product, not only efficient variable speed drive, but allowing a higher efficiency motor control and including a very nice and graphic HMI that will make very easy to set the parameters. So this is an overview about functionalities we spoke today. If you want to know more about different things, if you want to know more about the variable speed drives made by WEG, you can find more information in the YouTube channel. All the WEG webinars we did during the past years are available in YouTube, including, for example, the energy saving by using variable speed drive. You can see there more information about how variable speed drive reduce the motor losses and how the variable speed drive can improve the process control. Please go there, check in the YouTube channel more information about WEG and about different things the WEG variable speed drive can offer to your applications. Guys, that's all today for this webinar. I would like to thank you once again for your time, for your opportunity to show you more information about the innovative features available in the CFW900. Remembering that our team will keep here for a few more minutes to support you with your questions. Remember that questions are open in the question and answer chat. Go there, send your questions, and we'll be here to support you as usual. Thank you once again for your time. See you in the next WEG webinar. Thank you very much.